هدى, thank you على الكيك, thank you for the surprise.
ما تقلي ثانك يو، نحن اللي لازم نقول لك ثانك يو. اول شيء بنقول لك مبروك المليون.
Thank you.
اكثر شيء انا تعلمته منك هو انه نضلنا هيك نتذكر انه نجاحك، يعني كلبناني، نجاحك هو نجاحي ونجاحي هو نجاحك.
100%.
وانت ملايين الناس حطيت لهم البسمة على وجههم، ملايين الناس حطيت لهم هيك امل بقلبهم.
Thank you.
ملايين الناس دخلت لبنان على بيوتهم، ملايين الناس دخلتهم هن على كل ضيعة بلبنان.
Thank you. أنا برجع بذكركم إنه ما كان بتنجح سفرة أستراليا لو ما الدعم، لو ما هدى، لو ما جورج، لو ما ديفيد، لو ما كارمن، لو ما كل حدا، لو ما كل شخص وقف حدي وساندني ودعمني وآمن فيي وحبني، ولو ما أستراليا بتحبني هالقد ما كان صار شيء.
بدي أقول شغلة معلش. نحن بنشكرك على كل شيء. نحن كتير فخورين فيك حنشتاق لك كتير. كل الناس عن جد اللي مش عم يحضرك ويتابعك كتير مروح على حاله. بتمنى كل شخص يتعرف على أنتوني رحيل ويعرف بالعمق انت مين وشو هو اللي عم تعمله، لانه انت مش بس اكل ومشاوير، انت شغلك اكبر بكتير من هيك. شغلك على صعيد وطن وكتير بحاجه نحن لك. keep going ونحن وراك وحدك.
ثانك يو هدى، ان شاء الله اقدر رد لكم كل هالدعم اللي عم تعملوا لي اياه. ثانك يو اند سي يو ان انت بدي ارجع
جون، بس ممنوع ما حنفوتك نرجع على استراليا قبل ما تصيب المليونين.
صح.
سمعت
so please help 2 مليون خلوني ارجع.
My name is Faisal Saimoa. I was actually born in West Africa, in Nigeria, where I spent my childhood. When we finished high school, we moved as a family to Lebanon, where I graduated from high school, from Eastwood, Mansouri in particular. After that, I moved to Dubai with my older brother, settled there, graduated from university in Dubai. Started my career in Dubai working in media and publishing for about 10 years. A little bit more than 10 years, and then I left Dubai. I moved to a country of the UK, in London, where I worked as well in media and publishing, but more on the corporate side. While I was in London, I also spent a little stint in Oslo in Norway. And then I met someone who was of Australian background, and we made a decision together to move to Australia. So about 10 years ago, I started flying in and out of Australia and settled finally here, I'd say around 2013-14, more or less. And I've been based in Sydney ever since. And this city is an exceptional place to live. And I can't see myself ever leaving Sydney. But obviously, we always have a connection to the homeland. My mom is of Lebanese background, and she still lives in Alay, in Lebanon. So we try our best to keep going back and forth to go see her. And it's always important, in my opinion, to keep in contact not only with family members, with anything that is related to our traditions and to our cultures from that part of the world. So just about less than 2 years ago, we started discussions with an exceptional Lebanese brand, which you all know very well, Pachi, which is now it started as a Lebanese brand 40 years ago, and now it is an international luxury brand. You know, it has, if I'm not mistaken, over 100 shops scattered across the world, mainly in the Middle East and in parts of Asia. And Pachi recently has taken an aggressive approach through their e-commerce platforms, and have launched over 10 e-commerce platforms that covers the US, large swaths of Europe, the UK, and most recently, I'd say Australia and New Zealand. And this is where we are. And right now I have the pleasure to meet with Anthony Rahayel, and hopefully we are looking forward to working closely with him. So Pachi, we decided to enter the Australia and the New Zealand market just through the e-commerce website. So we're exclusively online here. Obviously we have an ultimate goal to open shops later in our journey. the reason why we went for Pachi is because the first thing is the Australian food and beverage and gourmet market is very upscale, and people here expect exceptional quality of food, regardless of whether it is chocolates or it's anything from, you know, your regular breakfast to a coffee to anything. So we found that there is a market here for luxury chocolates because people do appreciate quality foods. And Pachi is not, it might have been known to a certain extent in Australia in communities of Middle Eastern and Lebanese background, and to a certain extent communities of Asian background. And we did a little market study, and we saw that the disposable income of Australians and New Zealanders is one of the highest in the world. And obviously Pachi being a luxury brand, it made sense for us to enter this market. So ever since then, we have been slowly growing. The reception we are getting from people who already know the brand and people who were introduced to the brand has been very positive, and we're building on that. And the next step now is we are looking to partner with malls and financial institutions and corporations, because as you know, Pachi has a very strong corporate arm to it. So we already work with quite a few hotels. So if, for example, you go into the Shangri-La in Sydney, we have a full partnership with them. We do all their chocolates across their turn-down chocolates and across their mini bars and all their occasional chocolates. And we do have a pop-up shop that comes to life during Christmas and during Easter for all these special occasions. And we are also, you can also find us in the Four Seasons. We do all their occasional chocolates from time to time. We are fully partners as well with the one and only Walgan Valley. It's a bit of a drive outside of Sydney, but we do all their turn-down chocolates. And you can find Pachi in the mini bars in Sofitel, Melbourne. So we managed to secure these partnerships with leading brands within the first year. Because the brand is a very powerful one, and even a couple of these hotels, maybe they weren't aware of Pachi, but as soon as they tried the chocolates and they saw the quality of our offerings, they took it on straight away.
رح نبلش نهارنا اليوم بالشركة اللبنانية. خليني أخبركم، بتعرفوا أنا يعني أيام كنت بعدني كنت أصور مع باتشي، كنت أشتغل مع باتشي، كنت أحب شو بيعملوا، كنت أعمل تيستينج لكل الكولكشنز اللي كانت تجي أول ما بلشت أتعلم، أعرف وأفهم قديش بيشتغلوا، قديش بيتعبوا. one of the biggest chocolate manufacturers in the world بكل فخر، يمكن بالتوب 5. ما بيضوب من هون ومن هون ومن هون، هن بيشتغلوا على الشوكولا تبعهم. بتعرفوا last time I checked كانوا وصلوا على 83 بلد. تخيلوا انه شايفهم وين ما بتتخيلوا، بماليزيا عندهم محلات، بهارودز بلندن عندهم محلات، اليوم بسيدني. واو، this is a surprise. بلشت نهار اليوم اخر نهار، last day in Australia, last day in Sydney. 5 تجميع. نعم. ما صورت نهار ما قلت لكم day 1 day 2 day 3. صورت كتير اشياء، كل يوم كان عم يطلع 2 فيديو. اليوم اخر واحد قبل ما فل بكره الصبح كتير بكير على ملبورن وبتخلص سفرتنا. 5 تجميع. oh my god, I just feel home and enjoy it. لو عندي وقت، لو ما عندي شغل ولازم اشوف عائلتي، بعد بقعد اكثر واكثر. بدي اخبركم اليوم عن one of the biggest manufacturers of chocolate in the world, proudly made in Lebanon. أخذت طيارة 19 ساعة تيوصل لعندكم. إذا عبالكم بهالأعياد تدعموا لبنان، هيدي وحدة من الطرق. وتخيلوا، فكروا أول شيء عندكم good quality، فكروا كم شخص عم بيشغل، فكروا قديش معمل موظف ناس، فكروا الكواليتي and everything in between. في Christmas special editions, the famous green box, the super famous green box مع كل المكونات اللي بقلبها والشوكولا اللي ملفوفين على الإيد وحدة وطرافهم كتير حلوين، بحب هيدا الشيء. and فوالا، فباتشي صار باستراليا. نعم. نهار جديد amazing. مش رح ادوق اخبركم قد طيبين، لانه بتعرفوا انه ضايقهم عده مرات، بس كنت حابب اخبركم and announce this amazing new thing happening. نهار جديد ببلش هلا. من 6 اشهر كنت عم بتظبط الامور، كنت عم بتوسع، كنت عم بتعمل هيك قصص رينوفيشن. وين صرت؟ شو عملت ابديتس؟
خلصنا كل شيء ريدي. هلا هاي وقتها جاي مشوار الجاي
جون.
شفت الساين هلا؟ بتشوف غير شيء.
تنصوره مزبوط.
وفتحنا محل وغيرك كمان.
والله؟
ايه.
اوكي. دوبوس كم واحد صار عنده؟
4. وهلا الخامس عم يفتح.
جريت. هيك ما اختلفنا.
ثانك يو حبيبي.
عامر حجازي من طرابلس اوف كورس لان اخذين البلد كله، وانا الاصل من الجنوب. تعرفنا على بعضنا، انا بشتغل هول سيلز وزبون عندي، وصرنا نساعد بعضنا وصرنا مثل اخوه، وبلشنا بالمحل لنا 7-8 سنين تقريبا. المحل ما كان هيك، اخذوا المحل كان كرو بس فوت العالم سيرفيس، اخذوا هو وبناه على ريليشن شيب وصدق بمعاملته وكواليتي وفير برايس and always you go up when you do that. So we build a lot of regular customers and we're now in the market ومبسوطين فيهم وهن مبسوطين فينا، ولما تشتغل نظيف تلمع.
اسمي عمر حجازي. نحن ابا عن جد بهاي المصلحه. انا خلقت وعيت على هالدنيا لحام، من جدودي لعمي لبيي لاخواتي لاولاد عمي كلها لحامه ابا عن جد معروفين بشمال بلبيا. وجينا على هالبلد وحبينا ناسس لحالنا شيء لحالنا يعني يكون، والحمد لله المصداقيه اهم شيء مع العالم. انت وقت بتشتغل شغله بتعملها لبيتك هيدي يعني 100% حتنجح معك مع الزبون. اي شيء بتعمله لنفسك وتبيعه للعالم حيكون 100% حتنجح فيه، والحمد لله رب العالمين فضل الله مشينا ونجحنا وعم نطلع هسه اب الحمد لله رب العالمين. وشرفنا واهلا وسهلا فيك، ونحن متابعينك وانت سفير لكل اللبنانيين المغتربين. اي مطرح بتروح فيه انت بترفع الراس، انت عن جد بترفع الراس، وشرف لنا وين بتكون وباي بلد بتواجد فيه. واهلا وسهلا فيك ونورتنا.
هيدا الأوبا يعني عالم ببيتهم منهم جلادي تيجوا هون يجيبوا أكل بيطلبوا من تليفونهم، وهيدا حدا طلب التليفون وحطينا اسمه.
حلوم. واو. قربت. هب عجينته رفيعة ومش معضمة، حلومات عظيمين. طلبت هيك سبيشلز اليوم، زعتر مع خضرة ساندويتش، اشتقت لها جبنة مع بندورة، وعمل لك كفتة مع مايونيز وبندورة. هي أول مرة باكلها بأستراليا. كفتة مايونيز وبندورة، خبز لبناني ملفوفة مزبوط محمصة مستوية كفتة من جوا. سوبر يامي. This is super yummy. Must try. Oh my god. Oh my god.
بدي اقول لك كلمتين صغار. حليت محل السفراء، كل سفراء العالم اللي بيمثلوا الدولة اللبنانية. حليت محل وزارة السياحة، شقيت البحار. قدموس أول ما شق البحار كان لبنان ما حدا بيعرف فيه.
موحم على جبنة مع كل ميتها. الجبنة طلع عليك بتنقط كتير بدك تنتبه، كتير بدك تنتبه. الجبنة مع كل الزوم اللي بقلبها والمي اللي بقلبها كتير محشية، بقلبها كتير بندورة، شوية نعنع مثل ما شفتوا عجينته قديش طرية. الجبنة والمي تبعها بتخلي العجينة بعد قطرة وقطرة، بتتلي الدنيا. بدك كيس نايلون. my favorite ever بندورة بتسخن كأنها مطبوخة، بتعطيك الحلاوة تبع الطعمة بقلب التم. النعنع بذكرك بلبنان. جبنته عظيمة. عجينته بتطرى كلها سوا. اوه 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 lovely. Second favorite. Very simple. زعتر. Oh my god. كاتشي بترجعك على لبنان، كاتشي مشان هيك باستراليا ما بيشتاقوا للبنان. بيدوقوا لبنان كل يوم. منقوشته طيبة. بعرف برمت كثير محلات منقيش، ما بدي اعمل تشبيه بس منقوشته كثير طيبة. منقوشته طرية، خبزته طرية، شغل جوا في نفس، في حياة، في احساس، عجقة بس الكل عم بيعمل شغل مزبوط. زعتراته طيبين، جبنته طيبة الى اخره. بس مش بس هيك، عنده ملحمة حده.
حلو.
طازة.
هيدا بيزيد طين بله كمان.
ايه 100% طازة، فريش، حلال. اوه نعمل لك هيك. بتحس حالك ببشرة. تفضلوا يا شربل، بدك كاس عرق. عادوا يلا. لقمة بترجع على لبنان. أحلى جامعة. وين في لبناني في ضحكة وفي جامعة حلوة.
عماد طاو ابنه للشاعر مالك طاو بزيارة بسيدني. كان عندي معرض توقيع كتاب امبارح الجمعة ب 24 تشرين، وعندي شيء مماثل بملبن ب 10 ديسمبر. I hope to see you there. مجموعة تبع الوالد مالك طاو.
اوكي.
المجموعة الكاملة، وهيدي المجموعة تبع ابنه اللي هو دعيك بس بالانجليزي.
يلا ان شاء الله نلتقى بلبنان.
الله بريد. الله بريد نلتقى بلبنان.
Welcome, Anthony, to Canterbury Leagues Club. My name is Sandra. I'm the events manager here at Canterbury Leagues. We'd love to show you our beautiful club. Please come along. My family is from Lebanon. My village is in North Lebanon, a village by the name of Ben. My husband is from Hasroun. Our club is divided into two floors. Here on the ground floor, we have our gym and our food and beverage outlets. Up on level 1, we have our function rooms as well as our gaming area. This is our Sea Life, our gym here. That is open 24/7, so all our members can come and do a workout. Just along here we have our Bakehouse Cafe, casual dining that can seat up to 150 people. Through on the other side we have our sports bar, which can accommodate about 200 people just through here. This is our Flame restaurant that overlooks our beautiful waterfall. This restaurant is open every Friday, Saturday and Sunday and offers modern Australian cuisine. Welcome to Bartega. This is our new bar space here that we have opened recently. It is opened every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, as well as we do private events here as well as corporate. This is a new venue here that we have. This is Sports Plus, where you can come and play virtual sports. On your next visit, you can come back and it will be finished.
updates happening, lots of updates. فمرة الجاية رح نفرجيكم ورا هذا الباب big function room تقدر تقعد بين 500 و 600 شخص، واكيد بسفرة اللي بعدها رح كون معزوم على شي وحدة من هالحفلات هون. ما فينا نصور ورا الباب بس تخيلوا عرس كبير، حفلة كبيرة، جمعة لبنانية كبيرة هون.
So this is our bistro. Our bistro can accommodate up to 700 guests, open for lunch and dinner every day of the week.
Hi Anthony, welcome back. Welcome to the Canterbury Bankstown Leagues Club. We saw you last time at the rugby league match, Bulldogs home game versus Parramatta, at our big stadium, Mankousheh Stadium. This here is very much an extension of the Bulldogs. This club here was founded in the late 50s to service community and to service, of course, the football club, the Bulldogs. We do a lot of things in community. Yes, obviously sports, so we have the Junior Rugby League. We have 12 Junior Rugby League clubs around this area. Culturally, socio-economically, religiously very diverse. We're very proud that we support them and that the Bulldogs brings them all together. Hopefully you'll have time on this trip where we will go out to Belmore Sports Ground, 300 metres up the road, which is where our football headquarters are, where we train, where our administration is. But these two organisations, the league club here and the football club, are basically entrenched in one organisation. I myself, John Curry, just to remind you, I'm the chairman of the football club. I'm a dual director here. I'm a local boy. I grew up in the area, love my club, love my community, and of course, the Bulldogs is very much what I live and breathe. As you saw through the tour, this league club is going through quite a bit of transformation. We're building a big function centre on the sort of boundaries of the new founded Bartega bar. This function room will house 500 to 600 people. We'll be able to host big events, private functions. This is a member-run club, so people will have the ability to book these function rooms. So there's been millions of dollars invested in this premises here alone. At Belmore Sports Ground, where the football is, we're very proud that we've secured funding to build a new state-of-the-art centre of excellence, where it will house girls, boys, women, men's rugby league programs from basically teenage years all the way to the first grade. Our corporate brand is at its all-time record. Later this afternoon, there's going to be some very nice major announcements around sponsors. We're proud that our membership here is now exceeded and getting close to 80,000 members again. There was a bit of a setback during COVID, but things are going really good again now. Anthony, I mentioned this league club. Yes, the league club is very much here to make money, and people don't know that we do a lot of work in community. We donate to various charities in the area. We work closely with the local hospitals, people that feed the homeless, and I talked about the Junior League. So with the economic situation globally, here in Australia, the government has removed some of the subsidies to play junior sports. We've made a decision that we're going to inject $300,000 into the Junior Rugby League. This will keep rugby league the cheapest participation sport in the community. So it's very important that people know rugby league is very much connected to this organisation, but we feed the homeless, we visit the sick and vulnerable, and we do much more than just sport and making money here at this league club.
التقينا قبل بمرة وفتت على الملعب وفرجيتكم لعبة رجبي غير شكل، كانت فيرست امبريشن ولازم كنت ارجع ايدها لاتعلق اكثر واكثر بهاللعبة اللي ممشيه استراليا. التقينا قبل بمرة بجون، حبيته كثير، عن جد عمل من قيمتي بشكل مش معقول، بحبني كثير وانا بحبه ان ريتيرن. التقينا بعدة حفلات بهالبرمة وقال لي ما بدي افرجيك بس الملعب هالمرة، خليني افرجيك الكلوب تبعنا اليوم. كانتربري كلوب اليوم برمة طويلة مع جون هلو هوك اللبنانية هون، رح نتغدى سوا وأعرفكم على هالكلوب الروعة اللي بيجمع أكثر من 80,000 شخص.
I'd love to introduce you to a special man, John Lin.
Thanks.
John is the restaurateur here at Canterbury Leagues of the Dynasty Chinese restaurant. This is actually arguably, I would say, the premium Chinese restaurant in Sydney. John was here, this was his flagship restaurant. John went on to bigger and better things across all of Sydney. He had a restaurant at the casino, many leagues clubs.
Yeah, I was crazy. I was lucky when I started here was 2002. I wasn't expecting anything because it was my first club business, and coming into a club to do an a la carte restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, is just crazy. So anyway, we started it, and it actually is blessing in disguise. It turned out to be one of the best restaurants in the club industry, and because of the envy of the place and all that, and I was lucky, as I said, because the facility in the club itself, you got ample parking, and the place is it's not like different from other Chinese restaurants where it's all crowded and all squeezed. Here it's more spacious, and eventually, as I said, I told the director what I need to do is just provide good food and good service, and the people will just come. Yeah, thanks. That's about it.
It's good food indeed. أول شيء بتفوتوا على المحل فل، تقريبا شي 700 متر مربع، فل. في كل الجنسيات، شفنا لبنانية، ايجنز، في من كل المحلات، والكل قاعد مبسوط عم بياكل. And then comes the food. مزبوط تشاينيز بس منه مخبص، ما فيه صوصات كتير بحب التشاينيز مع الطاولة اللي عم تبرم بالنص. And every single ingredient is different. معمول بطريقة واحد يستلذ فيها إن كان بيعرف الكالتشر أو ما بيعرف الكالتشر. Beautifully done. finesse, refinement, شوكة، سكينة، الشوبستكس، المش البامبو. Everything is done right. واليوم تعرفت على مي جديدة، أول مرة بشربها كمان. Out of many things. Enjoying lunch.
And all the dishes is no garlic and no onion, definitely. All right? Nah.
exceptional lunch. ما عرفتكم كفايه على ايدي شاهين، بس في عنده فيديو تاني قطعنا هيك قطع الطريق. هيز بين اراوند، حبيته كتير هذا الزلمه، ان شاء الله بالسفره اللي بعدها بنقعد معه اكثر. في عنا جون بولدوغ اول ذا واي، بيعقد هالزلمه. اليوم كان معنا وولي اللي هو كانتربري تشامبر، بانكستاون تشامبر اوف كوميرس، فول تايمر وبيعمل شغل كتير حلو، الجيلي كلها بتحبه. هودا كانت معنا، ما عم بقدر صور كتير ديفيد، ما عم تزبط معي. We had a very amazing lunch. البانكيكس بالاخر بيعقدوا مش معقول، والهوني تشيكن amazing. من هون رح نروح على اوبننج لمطعم محل حلويات لبنانيه جديد. عم بقول لكم يوم اخر نهار، سو ركض قبل ما اخذ طياره بكره الصبح كثير بكير.
enjoy everything. Spend as much money as you could because every dollar will go to the children of Gaza. And let me now go and do the official opening. And staff, if you can please come around with trays and make sure and the coffee, please stay around for the coffee. Thank you, everybody.
حسن عواضة صار لي بهالبلد 35 سنة. أنا كانسلر يعني عضو بلدية بمنطقة ساذرن شاي كانسل، وحبينا نفوت بهذه المصلحة. ونحن عندنا جميع أنواع الحلويات العربية، يعني جبنا معلمين لبنان من to create something new. فطبعا من الكنافة بجبنة المصنوعة كلها بالمحل هون من أولها لآخرها من أي تجزي. عندنا طبعا جميع أنواع البقلاوة، عندنا شغلات خاصة جدا جنوبية، اللي بحب الحلو الجنوبي يجي يجرب مدة النبطية أو مدلوقة النبطية سوري، يعني أكل كتير طيبة خفيفة. وعندنا جميع أنواع الحلويات الثانية من النمورة للفرنش باتيسري، كايكس لكل المناسبات، لأعياد الميلاد، لأي مناسبة لأفراحكم. فأهلا وسهلا فيكم.
هلا كيفكم؟ معكم الشيف حيدر عنيسي من منطقة النبطية جنوب لبنان. جيت أنا صار لي 6 أشهر على أستراليا. كتير جدا محمس لهذا المشروع لحتى ننشر الحلويات اللبنانية والأخص الجنوبية اللي مفقودة صارت كتير ببلاد أوروبا وأستراليا بالذات. فالحمد لله الله قدرنا جينا عند أطيب ناس الأستاذ حسن عواضة، وبنينا هالمشروع سوا، وإن شاء الله لنجاح لقدام أعلى وأعلى إن شاء الله. مفروكة النبطية هي أول مرة بشوفها هون، في منها كتير بأستراليا؟
ما في منها أبدا بأستراليا.
أنتم من النبطية؟
من النبطية.
وجبت معك التقليد؟
طبعا الشيف حيدر اللي جابنا التقليد معه.
لافت. معك حق، مثل النمورة بس أطرى. عجينة الفرك شوية طحين مفروكين كلهم مع بعضهم، very nice texture. بس حبة واحدة بس؟
هلا حسابك.
واو، في ناس، في عجقة اليوم عم يفتحوا لأول مرة، واسم الله اسم الله اسم الله. المعمل ما عم يلحق، المطبخ ما عم يلحق، الناس ما عم بتلحق، اكل عجقة ناس. وانا اخذت الكنافة اللي ذكرتني بالكنافة تبع جنوب نبطية او صيدية اللي ملفوف انتبهتوا مثل الساندويش. بدي الاقي لي شي طاولة اقعد على رواق وجربها. كنافة طلعوا كيف ملفوفة مثل الطريقة الجنوبية. جبنتها بتمغط، سكر خفيف، جبنة لوكل تشيز موتزاريلا وفرك على الوجه.
This is last but not least. This is where our heart and soul is. This is Belmore Sports Ground. This is the home of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. This here behind you is where our headquarters are. Our front office administration, whether it's membership, sponsorship, management, and then down below you have the Centre of Excellence and all football operations. This is a stadium since 1935. It's obviously progressively being developed. This is where migrants from Australia came and assimilated. This is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Welcome. Anthony, let's kick this tour off, taking you through the Centre of Excellence. This is where the NRL, the top 30 players, train, state-of-the-art gymnasium and facilities. This is generally off limits to the public. This is where our players and coaching staff work from. If you look here to my front, there's a whole set of officers, the coach, the medical, the training staff. These are our grand final winning coaches over the eras. And you can see the third from the end is Phil Gould. You heard his name before. Phil Gould has done 49 years in rugby league as a former player here, and he's played at other clubs, and a very, very successful coach, administrator, and media personality. We're very, very fortunate that we've now got Phil Gould here at the Bulldogs. This here is a very special place. It's where all our players train in terms of weights, gymnasiums. But if you look at the walls surrounding them, is a plethora of history. Photos of famous players, life members, players that played representative footy, whether it was for Australia, New Zealand, Pacific nations, and even Lebanon. They're all represented here today, Tony. See here, we're walking onto what we call sacred turf, Belmore Sports Ground. This is where our home ground is. This is where all the training sessions, in terms of the field sessions, happen on this ground. We've kept this as our heritage home ground, meaning we play 2 games a year here, 2 NRL official games. And if you look behind you, this is the mighty grandstand of Belmore Sports Ground. A lot of history, a lot of success, dreams were built here, and a lot of joy and wonderful things happened on this ground and was witnessed from these stands. As a bit of trivia, the official seating capacity of this ground now with new regulations is 17,000. But as a teenager, I went to school up the road. We played Parramatta. I think you witnessed the game earlier this year with Parramatta. And the record here was broken. It was a multicultural round. It was over 25,000 people. People were packed in here like sardines. Of course, that day the Bulldogs had a famous win. If we talk about the Bulldogs, you witnessed the Bulldogs earlier this year. Unfortunately, we couldn't beat our arch rivals Parramatta. But since then, I'm pleased to advise that our under-17s boys squad and our under-21s male squad, they both won grand finals this year. That tells you that the future is on the rise and very exciting for this club. You're filming behind me what we call the famous hill. So when we were young, our parents were migrant workers, there wasn't much money. The more fortunate were able to sit in the stands behind you. We as kids would get a general admission and we'd sit on this wonderful hill called the Belmore Hill. It's called the Terry Lamb Family Hill, named after one of our favourite legends of the club, Terry Lamb. There's been some really exciting developments in the last 6 months. We've been able to secure significant government funding. And on this hill, basically from start to the end, there will be a long rectangle building, 3 levels, the new Centre of Excellence. It'll have the state-of-the-art facilities, gymnasiums, swimming pools. It will be a shared facility with community, but we'll have all our boys, girls from under 15s all the way up to first grade that will be able to train in this wonderful new modern facility and come out onto this ground. This is what we call the players' tunnel. So this is where they run out before a game, back at halftime and of course at the end. We've a lot of history here, we like to honour it. And if you look to your left and right now, you can see the logos of various junior league clubs. These are the 12 junior league clubs that surround Canterbury Bankstown. So these district clubs have players from under 5s to basically under 18s. All their junior league grand finals are played here in September at Belmore Sports Ground. So whilst they're different junior league clubs, all their grand finals are here at the Bulldogs. Anthony, this here is our theatre. Whilst it's used by our first grade teams, we also allow this to be shared with community. This is here where the coach will review the game plan of the opposition. This is here where they'll talk about their strategies, their tactics. And as you can see, there's some logos on the walls, Unite and Inspire, and you can see the wood saw. So Canterbury Bankstown, when it first started in the late 30s, early 30s, it was timber cutters. So being true to who we are and our history, it's got the nice, we work hard together and we trust the process. We've now come into the actual headquarters, the offices. Behind you are offices for the management, but here in front of you, you've got various areas. You've got the membership team, you've got the marketing team, you've got merchandise, you've got finance, graphic design, digital, events. This is the engine hub that runs the Bulldogs. Today's a bit of a surprise for you. Today we have an exclusive event, no media, only a club exclusive event where we will be doing our NRL jersey reveal for next season. The jersey reveal is basically announcing which sponsors are going to be on the jersey this afternoon. It will go live to the members tonight. You will witness it. It'll be an exclusive event with our sponsors. There is a couple of really special people that I look forward to introducing you to.
My name is Aaron Warburton, the Chief Executive Officer for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. This afternoon we're welcoming a number of corporate partners to launch the 2024 Bulldogs jersey. So it's the first time anyone gets to see the jersey. It features a new sponsor, Futureform, who's here today, and they're bringing about 100 staff along with them. So we're extending that invitation out to them to join the family and get to see the jersey for the first time.
Well, my name is Nabil Havza. I'm the director of Futureform. So my origins are originally from Tripoli, Lebanon, born in Australia. My father came to Australia in his early 20s. My mother came here as a teenager. And I was born in Canterbury Hospital, just around the corner. So I grew up, my father had shops in Belmore. I grew up spending a lot of time in Belmore, on Burwood Road. A lot of my childhood was here. I grew up watching the Bulldogs play football and absolutely love the place. So Futureform is a formwork and structural package company. So we're an industry leading company in New South Wales, we're in the ACT and we're about to move to Queensland. And we work on majority Tier 1 projects around Australia. Sponsoring the Bulldogs was always a dream. Being a part of the Bulldogs, any capacity was always a dream. I used to come and watch the old greats play here back in the day when I was a child, and I always used to think, imagine one day being associated with the club to any capacity. And as Futureform grew, I wanted to get a box and make my club members in Bulldog, my company members with Bulldogs. And then I thought, stuff it, let's become industry leaders and become major sponsors. And we worked very hard. We've been going for 21 years now, and now our dreams are becoming reality.
The club is really excited today. My name is Byron Geddes. I'm Head of Partnerships here at the Bulldogs. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests that are here this evening. Our Chairman, John Curry. Our Board Director, Peter McMahon, is here. CEO, Aaron Warburton. GM of Football, Phil Gould, is here. Welcome. And to all our partners that are here as well today. Obviously, we'll start with thanking the Laundy family for their support, Young Academics, KFC, Steve, thank you for coming today. Appreciate your time. M&J Chickens, along with the Jenny Suris Foundation, who are on the back of the jersey, which is a great initiative. CPE, they're celebrating 15 years with the club this year, which is really exciting, and it just shows the testament of this club. Supporting Disabilities Australia, a new partner, they'll be reviewed in a couple of weeks, and our new apparel partner on the jersey, on the sternum, Future Form. Welcome.
How do we tell the world that Future Form and the Bulldogs are taking it to the next level? After meeting a couple of years back, I think most people in the room are familiar with the journey of how Future Form and the Bulldogs came together, but I reckon it started decades ago, Nabil, in terms of what you had in your high hopes for the business, but also supporting the club that means so much to you. And what it looks like here today is just an extension of the Bulldogs family. We talk about who we are as a club, what we mean, what's our purpose.
Dreams are dreams until we make them reality, and it's through all your hard work that this is all coming true. And it's an absolute honour working beside you all. Thank you. Yeah, Future Form. So I'll give you a bit of history. When Ibs and I picked the Future Form colours, when the company was created, it was in Bulldogs Blue. That's what we used to call it, Bulldogs Blue. And it's always been a dream of ours to one day be a sponsor of the Bulldogs. I remember Carl and some of the guys speaking to me about 15 years ago when we'd work late at work, and then they'd say, man, can't we just get a box? Like seriously, just a box. You want to become a sponsor one day, but until we can afford it, can't we at least get the company to get a box at the game so we can all go to all the Bulldogs games? And we dug deep, we worked hard, and we're here now. So I look forward to next year. It's going to be a great year for Future Form and the Bulldogs. I want to thank John, Aaron, Gus and the guys. Last year was an absolute honour, and we look forward to the future together. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks very much, everyone. Welcome to the Bulldogs. Welcome to Canterbury Bankstown. This is an area that's dear to my heart, dear to everyone's heart. It unites so many diverse religions, diverse cultures, religions, socio-economically people. Some of us were the children of immigrants, some of us were immigrants, some of us were from regional Australia that moved to the area, and some of us were natives of Belmore, whether it was the timber cutters to the recent migrations from Europe and the Middle East. The beautiful thing about this area is it united us under the Bulldogs. Through the tunnel, I did a tour earlier today, you could see the 12 junior league clubs. It's very much a representation of our sponsors, all different backgrounds. We bring them here under the Bulldogs banner, play in their junior league, play in their grand finals, many of them aspiring to be Bulldogs. Many local businesses, Bulldogs fans growing up as kids, now successful. We've got people like Nabil, James Kazi from Young Academics, Charlie Asaf from CPE, the Laundy family that all started from humble beginnings, done very successful, but are kindly giving back to the community, but are very much buying in and believing what the Bulldogs stand for. We've worked really, really hard to set our strategy. The last 3 years, there's been a lot of, I call it, groundwork. We've recruited and brought good people, I'd say good people back home to the Bulldogs, the Diane Langmacks, Phil Goulds, and Aaron and many others. We're excited about the future. We're going to keep working hard. We have had some lows with you, but we're looking forward to celebrating the good times together. Thank you very much.
Lobster is our life. Show them 10 to 15 minutes. Then you go on lobster heaven. Because he wants to eat himself more.
Good one. So lobster is fresh.
No, live.
Live?
It's live.
And then you kill and they go to...
Many years ago we had live salmon too, but not here in Blue Angel too. Then he had to sell the restaurant because his wife ran away, you know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Danny. Happy birthday to you.
My name is Marcello Marcabello. I'm the very proud proprietor of this lovely Blue Angel restaurant. Second generation. My dear dad opened it in 1961. At that age I was 16. I decided that I had to follow my dad because it was the Italian tradition way. And so in Palmer Street we got Blue Angel going, of all places. I asked my dad, why did you call Blue Angel restaurant? And I said, very difficult for Italians. He said, son, if Marlene Dietrich could make the Blue Angel famous in Berlin, he said, I'll make Blue Angel famous with my food. And that he did. God bless him, because he's entertaining upstairs at the moment, but we miss him dearly. And he had a vision. The first restaurant in Sydney with live lobsters. It just happened here in 1968. And supply and demand, we can now house somewhere around about 3.5 to 4 tons of live lobsters on these premises. So we give value for money, we hope, and no season for Blue Angel. The rest is history. Besides the live spiny rock lobsters that you'll find in our aquariums, we've expanded it to the finest Wagyu beef, the Italian fare blend in, so we get a little bit of mix of what we call East and West. So this is where we get a nice following of Asian clients together with our local and European customers. So thank you, welcome to the Blue Angel. I hope you will enjoy the evening with us, and we hope to see you soon.
شو هالمطعم؟ انا لابس، نحن بالبيت بنسميها تراتوريا، لابس البافيت يلي هي كرمال ما تلي حالي بالباستا. شو هالمطعم؟ خلينا نبلش من الاول، من الفوتة تحت المدخل كتير كبير، الصور حلوين، ويمكن اكبر اكواريوم تشوفهم بمطعم ايفر. 4 طن لوبستر بيساع هون. اوكي هيدي جديده. بعدين بتطلعوا على الطابق الفوقاني، اول شيء الصور على الحيطان، بتطلعوا على الطابق الفوقاني وبتبلش الاكسبيرينس يلي هي كل صحن بينعمل قدامكم. من ميلي حبيت، من ميلي ما حبيت، ما فهمت، بس بيجي الشيف بيحكي بيضحك، كله بالتليان، الباستا كوكت مزبوط، اللوبستر كل وحده هالقد، الجينيروزيتي، حجم الصحون. اوكي اتس ريستورانت اون انذر ليفل. اكسبيرينس ماني شايفها قبل، ماني عايشها قبل، ماني حاسسها قبل. هيك بتكون اخر لاست دينر، جود باي سيدني، وما راح ارجع اشوفكم الا لسنه الجاي. ثانك يو سو ماتش فور اول ذا لاف. بكره بنلتقى بالمطار وبنحكي شوي. رايح على ملبورن. وات ا دينر، اتس ا ماست تراي. برايفت رومز على الطابق الفوقاني، هيوج ريستورانت. الأوض تحت، انا عندي بعد الباستا and it was excellent. مش هيك اللبصة هالقد بحياتي.